Yes, we got a strike against our channel. And this new YouTube live streaming, we're still trying to learn the rules. And when you get a strike, a copyright strike against your channel, they disable the live streaming. I don't know how long. Okay. Like I said before, I'm doing this live from my own server. So I'm just going to go through some things as if I am live. Okay. I don't know if I'm live. If I'm live, I love you guys. Thank you for being here. If in fact we are live, and this is very weird, you guys could call in 734-230-2744. And don't forget, show some support, show your love, hit that like button, hit that subscribe button if you're new to our channel. Ryan Cropper is in such a great space. I talked to him the day before yesterday. He's moving in. He actually moved into his new cottage yesterday. So I don't even have my hand clap. So I clap for him the way we usually do it. So proud of you, brother. And he will be back with us Wednesday. If now, I'm actually going live now. If we can figure out how to get around this strike, this copyright strike. And I apologize. Like I said before, not out of a space of deceit. I was just trying to get information out there. But at the same time, I understand people like to protect their content. So it is what it is. Insider news. We got a lot going on in the United States. Hurricane Michael is hopefully done with his rage. And for all of the souls that encountered this force of energy and have moved to a non-physical realm, peace and love to you. If any of you out there have experienced Hurricane Michael or was very close to Hurricane Michael, I would sure like to hear from you, either live. If we are live, you can call in 734-202-30. I can't talk today for some reason. That's because I'm wondering if this is even live. It's never a waste of time, though, ladies and gentlemen. 230-2744. Call in. Let me know your experiences with Hurricane Michael. My thoughts of Hurricane Michael. It's to the point now, ladies and gentlemen, and I know we call it a force of nature, Mother Nature. I'm just not so sure in these frequencies and vibrations and this transition of energy, if this is man-made or natural causes, right? Now, the easier thing to say, and a lot of people say this, hey, God's just getting back at the wicked United States. And I could see that from perspective. But which God? Which God is angry at us, right? Because my perception of God is different now as my consciousness grows than my old perception of God. My old perception of God was the creator of everything. This image like mine, I was created in that image. And that image was like me, and that image could get angry and upset and be jealous and kill. And, this is what I was taught. This is what I read. But as I matured and evolved and grew consciously, I came to understand that we are all, if you want to use this English term, God, we are all gods. We are all co-creators. We are all divine beings with different levels of consciousness. And there are some divine beings with high consciousness who don't have the same agenda that we have of lower vibration consciousness. And they're at war with other high vibrating beings that don't agree with some of the agendas. So we're in a very, very, very awkward, but promising time. Promising because we can take advantage of this cosmic energy that's coming through our solar system. This upgrade of consciousness, this upgrade of DNA that is turning on all kind of enlightenment and all kind of, I don't want to say powers, but you can look at them as powers that we never knew that we had. And we're learning. We're learning how to use some of these powers. And it's just a wonderful time as I watch so many people evolve from one-dimensional way of thinking into multi-dimensional beings. And this is just a beautiful thing. And in my life, every single day is a new life, right? A new life. So these storms that are these precise targeted storms, from what I know now, and this is just my perspective. I just look at things different, and I can look at things multidimensional. I don't buy the Mother Nature thing anymore, ladies and gentlemen. I don't buy the angry God at the world thing anymore, ladies and gentlemen. It's just not enough for me anymore. You know, once upon a time, we could blame everything on God. God took the fall for everything that we didn't like. God took the fall for everything that went wrong. But this divine presence of all only has one agenda. And that one agenda is consciousness, expression, right? Awareness. That's it. Sometimes I don't even think, well, when this divine presence comes down to this level and experiences this level, guess who it is? It's us, ladies and gentlemen. We are that divine presence in these low density vibration realms. Goes back to infinity. This divine presence is infinity, everything that ever was and ever will be. So Hurricane Michael, I feel like it was structured. I feel like it was meant to happen. With what I know now and what I've been experiencing and what has been introduced to me by several high level, 30 levels above the president. Not only Corey Goog, but there's other sites that I belong to. It's man-made, ladies and gentlemen. But not man-made, not man as you know. Not this man that you see dwelling among us on the face of the earth. But breakaway societies that have technology that's going to be exposed. There's the next 5 to 10 years. I'm not a guy that likes to give dates and times, and I'm not the doom and gloom guy. I'm just the informer. When this shit hits the fan and the truth is revealed, you're going to see some things that are just going to be nothing short of mind-blowing. And it took some adjusting on my part also. I had to adjust. I had many, many, many long nights grasping, running this information, all of this new information, all of this disclosures, all of these leaks, all of this snitching. And I know on our last show, which was a great show, unfortunately it was taken down, but I think my brother Cropper recorded that show, and we will put that show on I'mConsciousNowWhat.com when we get things rolling. It's just been, it's been a battle. It's been a battle. It's like surfing the energy. I know what we're doing here is good, but there are agendas that don't like what we do. And so we just have to sit in the energy. Like today, it took everything I had to record this video today. And I'm recording this video on my server, and just by chance, if it's not live, I'll upload it to the channel so you ladies and gentlemen can see it. I'm not the no-show type of guy. I make it do what it do, right? By all means necessary. But I had some very, very long nights trying to swallow and just accept some of the information and some of the things that are coming out now. And I have my own perspective on it now. And it's just all of the leaks and disclosures and snitching now is to cover one's own ass. It's just the way of man, you know? It's just the way of man. If you got 2 guys doing a bank robbery or 3 guys doing a bank robbery and one gets caught, right? What normally happens? He gonna sing in most cases. And that's what you're seeing now with the advancement of technology and the internet and whistleblowers. The kebabs and the agendas are being exposed, okay? And that's why we're getting all of this information now. It still takes some kind of courage, though, to come forth as a whistleblower. Even if you did take part in some of these agendas, because, you know, the penalty for whistleblowers is nothing short of death. So we're going to get into our topic for today. And it's the Mandela effect. And this topic slides right into what's been going on. You know, a lot of people say, Derek, it's been crazy lately. I run it through my consciousness and I really don't think that it's been crazy. I just don't. I just think that through this energy that's coming, this shift of vibration, this upgrade of DNA that's coming our way, and we're being able to hold higher frequencies. We're just becoming more conscious, and we're aware of things that we once upon a time were asleep on. So the Mandela effect. I took some notes on this too, ladies and gentlemen. Is it real? Is it fake? Get a lot of different opinions on this topic. It's been going on for years, but I felt like now is the time to talk about it on this channel because we hadn't touched bases on it. And let me just break down my definition of, I'm sorry, someone just said the live stream today. So it's not going live, but I am recording a video. So, yeah, let me just break down my definition of the Mandela effect. And just give me 1 minute. I want to turn this phone off now that I know that we're not live. And once again, I apologize for the strike. It was not done, the copyright strike. The definition is what happens when someone has a clear memory of something. I mean, crystal clear. I mean, nobody could take this memory away from you. You know that 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 you had this memory. Only for that memory not to be, or only to have that memory that you know not exist on the timeline, right, that we are on right now. Okay, things are changing. People are becoming aware that we exist on multiple timelines. Okay, I used to call universes, but when I say universe, I don't think people could hold that frequency. Right? So we exist on multiple timelines at the same time. Every thought we have is a different timeline. We duplicate ourselves, right? Not physical. All of this happens spiritually, non-physical. Okay? And what's happening with this shift of energy and so many people waking up, they're noticing changes in our present reality. Let me give you an example. Those of you who have had outer body experiences and have been to different dimensions. Have you ever noticed when you have an outer body experience and you project into a frequency that's so similar to 3D? You could be in your home, you could be on your front porch, you could be in the backyard. You guys know what I mean? And it looks almost identical to what you see every day in 3D, but maybe the chair is blue instead of brown. You guys know what I'm saying? Maybe the picture is backwards. Are you guys with me? Maybe the dog that lives with your brother, Tank, right, is your dog in this dimension. It's a little more extreme, but this is what people are experiencing with the Mandela effect. Now, where did the name Mandela effect, where did it come from? And I remember this too. Let me just tell you where it came from. Nelson Mandela, who is the president of Africa, in Africa, he was incarcerated. He did a lot of years in prison. I'm talking 30, 40 years. Don't quote me on that. I know it's 30. And it was stated in the 80s that Nelson Mandela died in prison. I remember this. Now, here's the thing. There's a lot of things that come across mainstream television for different agendas. And just because it was stated or there was an article or a newspaper clip, you know what I mean? But it was pressed, it was published that he died in prison. Only from Mandela to be released from prison, as a lot of you witnessed, and died in 2013. Now, me personally, once again, I think it was man inflicted. I think that whoever published the articles in the 80s post a false article that he was not indeed dead and did not die in prison. This is just my, my perception on this, my perspective on this. I think he was still alive for whatever agenda maybe they was trying to get. I don't know. You never know why people do what they do. But they do what they do. And that's where the Mandela effect derived from. Because a lot of people, it went across the internet. I thought he was dead. He's still alive, big celebration when he was released from prison. And that's where that Mandela effect came from. Now, I just want to read something to you guys. And you could, take it how you want to take it. Here's some examples in 2016, and this goes all the way back from 2014, of what people have experienced in this Mandela effect all over the globe, okay? All right. The first one is one that I like. My wife loves Volvos. And it says the Volvo logo changed. It's no longer the same. Now, me being a thinker, I would just say Volvo changed their logo. You understand what I'm saying? I don't know if that's so much of a Mandela effect. Maybe this company just decided to change the logo. I don't know. Okay. Here's another one. Jim Beam, B-E-A-M, was changed from Jim Bean, B-E-A-N. Okay. Katy Perry was Kate Perry. Gene Wilder's death. Okay. Cuba is larger today. Jiffy peanut butter became Jif peanut butter. Some old U.S. flags have 52 stars. I heard of that one. Okay. Some even recall 9/11 happening in 9/10. Occurrence, O-C-C-U-R-R-E-N-C-E, was once spelled O-C-C-U-R-E-N-C-E. Okay? Stars are now seen upside down on flags. Right? Staten Island sprouted a bridge overnight. The name Kool-Aid, 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 changed at least 2 times. Okay? Multiple endings to Who Framed Roger Rabbit. I did hear about that one. I used to love Roger Rabbit. Obama said that he visited all 57 states. I mean, there's so many. Weird Al Yankovic retired versus still doing music. Some remember chocolate Pringles being sold around 2005. Peter Fonda dying of cancer in 2011. He's still alive. In 2015, it's 2016 now. I don't know if he's still alive, but I mean, people remember entering Disney World through the castle. And so on and so on. Some even remember Will Smith and Jada Pinkett divorcing in 2005. I don't know about this, ladies and gentlemen. I just don't know about this. I think a big call of this is just, I don't know. All I can give you is my perspective, and I wish you guys could call in and tell me what you think, but we got the comment section. When this video goes up, in the comment section, tell me how you feel about this Mandela effect. I am aware that we are constantly duplicating and sharing realities simultaneously. And things change. I don't want to say it's a glitch in consciousness. Maybe it's a glitch in the software that we all are running on right now. Who knows? I've heard some things that are just hard to swallow. And I'm kind of taking a break on this particular video because of the copyright violation. It kind of got me by the balls a little bit, ladies and gentlemen. I don't know what I can say now or what I can't say, especially when I expose the internet censorship. They're watching us. And the last thing I want to do is lose this channel. But hey, I'm not going to put that out there, but we'll build another one, right? One thing I do know is by the time anything goes mainstream, it's usually blown out of proportion. And I think 90% of this Mandela effect is folly. You might have 10% of actual parallel timelines that people are conscious of. I mean, fully conscious of the changes. Like I'm fully conscious of my changes in parallel timelines. I have some of my favorite timelines that I like to be on that I've identified. You know, I have my favorite timelines that I vibrate high in, and I have timelines that I vibrate low in. And I'm fully conscious of the changes. I'm fully conscious of some of the timelines where people have passed away from one timeline but exist on another timeline. I've accepted that. I've totally accepted that now. Life is just totally different for me right now. I no longer believe and hold the vibration of death. I know that we are infinite. I know we never die. And no matter what happens or what we think we might be experiencing, and I want you to listen to me so good, so well, in this game called life. What is life? Do you really know what life is? What is it that you are and I and everyone watching this video? What are we really experiencing? Is this life? What is life? Who are we? What are we? What's going on? That's why I put that music in the intro purposely. Oh, this rabbit hole goes so deep, ladies and gentlemen. The Mandela effect. Please leave your comments. I want to know what some of you have experienced with this Mandela effect. I want to know your takes on it. You know, I think it's just gone mainstream now. And everybody's adding their, oh yeah, I had a Mandela effect in the coffee cup. That's what I really think is going on now. As soon as mainstream gets it, it's everything just gets blown out of proportion. But I do want to share something. I'm going to give you an insider's report here. Yeah, I'm going to leak something else because that's just what I do. And this insider report really, really gave me closure on a lot of things that I was personally struggling with myself. Yes, in my own head and in my own consciousness. And I'm sure there's so many other people that struggle with this. Let me go to this and show you. this image right here. Now, this is more insider reports. And the picture that you're looking at right now was a technology that was used on, quote unquote, humanity. Okay? They used this technology in the past. I'm sure they're still using this technology now. Matter of fact, there's no doubt in my mind that they're using this technology. Football games, concerts, sporting events, parades, rallies. Now, the street name for this technology is the voice of God. Okay? The voice of God. And let me explain to you exactly what this technology does. This technology, as you can see in the photo, has I won't say an infrared beam, but it's a sort of technology that can be handheld. Now, this particular photo comes from the 1940s. This is an older version of this technology. And this particular device was handheld. Okay? And as you can see in the small picture above, there's a beam coming out of the top of this technology and is aimed right at the skull of an individual in black. And there's a little scope on this technology. And this technology actually beams information into the consciousness and the mind of individuals like you and I. This shit is just, it's all being leaked now, ladies and gentlemen. And you can see in the picture the man holding a microphone can actually speak to your mind, sort of like telepathy, but you're hearing voices. Now, I'm not going to go as far out and say that this happened to me in this way. I believe the technology now is much, much, much more better than what we're seeing here. I just wanted to introduce this to you and let you know that it's out there. This was in the 1940s. This technology is well outdated. But if they were beaming people and talking to people and telling people certain things, certain individuals, what to do and where to go and what to say, can you now start to understand why there's so much violence and so many puppets among us, so many people that hear voices and just lose their minds? I mean, this technology could be used in so many destructive ways, and I'm sure it has already been just abused. And it's real. It is what it is. It's real. If you're looking at it, ladies and gentlemen, it's real. And on this particular session that I had the privilege of sitting in, they were given several examples of how this technology was being used in the 1940s. And they strategically picked out certain individuals based on, quote unquote, status quos. And this is how they actually controlled and got their agendas passed. This is how they actually control you, control your mind, control your thoughts from speaking to you. Now, what blew me away about this voice of God, if you update it, let's update it, let's say from the 40s to the 2000s. Let's just go for 2010, 2014. You hear so many people that quote unquote channel and give messages and agendas. They hear audible voices and they discern audible voices. They have technology now. This is handheld technology now that is just like radio waves that falls down on all of us. And it was stated depending on your vibrations, your consciousness, right? Those of us who are headed to fourth density, there's an agenda that wants to keep us at 3 density. To be the slaves, to be the food. They eat off of our emotion. They eat off of our fear. They have technology that speaks to us and telepathy. Some of you witness this every single night. I did. I sure did. I sure did. And I still do. I still do hear things that have nothing to do with my new way of thinking. And I've just learned to answer the voices that I hear. Now, I'm not saying all of the voices that we hear are this software, but you better believe a high percentage, especially in the times that we're in now, with the cabal losing their grip, losing that power. Are you guys with me? They're losing that hold that they once had on us. We're waking the fuck up. And this is not scary to me. It's just, okay, that's the fucking voices I was hearing. That year that I just couldn't get a hold of myself. I was all over the place. I was hearing these voices telling me to do this and putting all these ideas in my head. And I knew I shouldn't have did that, but I'll be damned. Right? The voice of God. A lot of prophets would swear on their own existence that they can hear from God. That's where this name came from, the voice of God. Yeah, this was very, very hard to swallow for a lot of people, not just myself. You should see the comments on the session that I had the privilege to be a part on this discussion. So the deception is out there. And when I say deception, I mean different agendas. I'm through with the right and wrong and the good and bad. There's just different agendas, ladies and gentlemen. We're all infinite. You have to look at this like we're all infinite beings. So the rule changes when you tap into infinity. We're not sheeple. We're not being killed. Nothing can kill us. Don't you understand that? We're infinite, immortal, eternal. So the rules change. We go from the 10 Commandments, right? Which were placed upon us to keep us in order, to the 7 universal laws. See, the rules change. The rules change now. Universal laws. Which these gods, the voice of God. Wow, this shit is just never ending. It's never ending. It's always new information out there. So that was the insiders report that I had. I'll say a privilege of sitting in on that sessions and many, many other sessions. And you can get a lot of this information. I know a lot of you don't have the income that you once had, and all that's going to change. They're going to get rid of money. But you can go over to, I forget the name of it. Let me see if I could pull a name of this site. What is it? Gaia. Gaia. Gaia.com. Gaia is the site. And they have hundreds of different programs and information. But the one that I've been tuning into that has information far more, I won't even say precise, but it's just never been told the way that Corey Good told it. Up until 2015 is when all of this shit started oozing out. And it's just too much detail to say it never happened. Now, as we talked before, I'm not saying it's all true, but it's just too much detail. We're all mature. Most of us, we know. Too many different movies now. Even the movies are making more sense now when you hear this information. If you got an extra $20 or $30 a month, listen, go over to Gaia and subscribe. You owe it to yourself to hear this information so you're not in the dark, so you can at least play in the game of consciousness, which is life. See, we're learning that life is consciousness now. It's not physical. And that's what the older books were trying to tell us when they describe spirit and flesh, eternal life. See, you could discern those books so much better when you just start putting the pieces to the puzzles together. Don't forget to like this video. Subscribe to this channel. We're only beginning. I don't know how long the live stream strike is going to be against us, but by all means necessary, we're going to bring you content. We're going to bring you videos. I'm recording this video, and we're going to get this information to you. I'm so used to hearing you guys' voices and feeling your energy. I can feel your energy now. I had to turn the phone off because somebody asked me, "You're not going live at 1. It's 1:44 now." So I am going to wrap up this video this day, 10/9/2016. I just didn't want to leave you guys hanging with nothing. And I look forward to Wednesday, whatever will come out of Wednesday. It's going to be something positive, even if it's just another video. But hopefully, I don't believe in hope, so reframe, disregard that word. We'll be coming back live Wednesday, even if we got to create another temporary channel, which will mail you out all the link to. I'll actually put up a video if I got to create another channel and give you all the link to that channel. Then that's what we'll do. I love you just the way you are. You don't have to change anything. You are infinite. You are immortal. You are consciousness. I'm conscious. Now what? I'll see you Wednesday. Peace.